There's a saying that seems to ring true more often than not. Here it is. The only thing we hate more than a loser is a winner. What is it about our nature that forces us to want to bring others down? It's almost as if all of us could maybe, win Olympic medals in fault finding. Sure, I know we all love to celebrate the great athlete or the amazing performance, but when the amazing person is close to us, that's when things sometimes change. In Mark 6, verse 4, Jesus said to them, "A prophet is not without honor except in his own town, among his relatives, and in his own home." A prophet has all the honor he'll need, but don't expect it from his family and those he or she grew up with. And then, of course, there's the famous story of Cain and Abel. This you can get a summary in 1 John 3, 11 and 12. "For this is the message you heard from the beginning. We should love one another. Do not be like Cain, who belonged to the evil one and murdered his brother." And why did he murder him? Because his own actions were evil and his brothers were righteous. Sometimes the righteous behavior and actions of those closest to us reveal in stark relief our own inadequacies. And instead of learning from these revelations, we sometimes find ourselves in a place where it's easier to find fault or vilify the person that's being lifted up. Obviously, not all of us share this weakness, but it's way more common than it should be. And I think as a body, we should put it on the radar and start checking the motivation behind some of our criticism. There's a time and a place for criticism, and obviously discernment is absolutely necessary to live the godly life. But I feel like we spend way too much energy finding what is wrong with a person and way too little finding what is right. As important as it is to discern good from evil, it is equally important to be a lifter of people's spirits, a blessing to their lives, and ultimately a light, not a yoke of burden on their back. Why is it that the harshest criticism we save for those we love the most? Is it because it is a safe place for us to release our own personal stress? Is it that sometimes our criticism of those we love should best be reserved for our ears, not theirs? If we're a follower of Christ, we will have victory and failure. We will experience joy and pain, and it will be necessary for those with insight, those with wisdom and discernment, to be in our lives to help us see our blind spots. But remember this, no statue has ever been built to a critic, not anywhere. And while correction is necessary and absolutely warranted, we must never forget to temper any criticism with love. Never forget to speak the truth in love. We do this with a respect and a deep desire to improve our brother or our sister's life. Be aware that being the best fault finder or grumbler is not the will of God. In Jude 1, 14 through 16, it says, "Enoch, the seventh from Adam, prophesied about them. See, the Lord is coming with thousands upon thousands of his holy ones to judge everyone and to convict all of them of all the ungodly acts that they have committed in their ungodliness and of all the defiant words ungodly sinners have spoken against him. These people are grumblers and fault finders. They follow their own evil desires. They boast about themselves and flatter others for their own advantage." See, we don't want to be the best fault finder. We don't want to lift other people up just so that we derive some benefit. God can see right through our motivations, and he will ultimately judge each and every action. Our job as brothers and sisters in Christ is to speak the truth in love. We seem to be pretty good at speaking the truth, as long as it's negative or critical. We might need a little help remembering the love part. Something to think about. Until next time.